set another top 30 visit with a premier defensive lineman. We'll talk a little bit about that and if the Bears should draft him. We're also going to talk about which one of the departing veterans of the Chicago Bears is going to miss the most, and then flip that and say which second-year player needs to step it up the most in 2026. We're going to talk about all that and more on today's Chicago Bears Central. What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got C-Dub, Bobby, myself, Haize in the building today. The whole squad is here. Fellas, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We're heavy draft mode. I mean, that's really what it is. Hasn't been really any free agent signings. Ryan Poles is locked in with the draft. They've been doing top 30 visits, pro days, all types of things. Which leads us to the update today. The Chicago Bears have had a top 30 visit with Gabe. Is it pronounced Jacas or Jacas? It can't be Jacas. Jacas. Okay, that makes sense. Jacas. Gabe Jacas, the edge out of Illinois. This guy's 6'3", 275 pounds. He played all 4 years at Illinois, 27 sacks over those 4 years, 7 forced fumbles, 2 passes deflected, 184 total tackles in that time as well. How you guys feeling?
I'm actually very happy that these guys are bringing the position. I think that we needed the more work or more help on coming into this season coming up in edge. I like this guy. He went to Illinois. They described the guy as violent on the football field. He has a high floor. He's ready to play like right away. You can stick him in 4-3 or 3-4. Not that 3-4 matters. We're going to be playing a 4-3 defense anyway. But he's ready to play right now with that high floor. Maybe it's the ceiling is a little low. Maybe it's a midget ceiling or something like that. I just don't want the Bears to go and just get him because he's from Illinois and he's a local product and it's good for morale and stuff like that. I think they some publications, some reports said they'll probably look at him for the second-round pick. I don't think I'm happy about that. I've seen some reports about that. It's good to have some guys come in. I think we need some other guys to come in to sort them out and see is the best guy that can bring impact to the team. But I wouldn't just stop with this guy. He's a good player, but I wouldn't just stop with this guy.
Yeah, I think that you shouldn't just stop with him because necessarily you don't know how the draft is going to go. But I will say he is an intriguing prospect, to say the least. Very productive throughout his collegiate career. And as the reps went up, he became more productive. Actually, not in 2025, but in 2024, he was very, very productive. 74 combo tackles with 13 tackles for loss and 8 sacks is very, very impressive coming off the edge. And then he follows it up with 43 combo tackles, 13 half tackles for loss with 11 sacks. Pretty damn impressive. I do have some questions about where was he in some of those big games like Ohio State or whatnot. But I still think that like you look at some of the tools that he has, and that speed off the edge is something you can't coach up. And he has good bend as a pass rusher, and he comes in with a lot of power. And 7 forced fumbles throughout his collegiate career is something I really like out of my edge rushers. That means that not only are you getting to the pass, the quarterback, but you're also giving your offense another opportunity at possession. So I like that. I think that is really, really good to bring in. And I'm glad that they at least doing due diligence with some of these prospects because you never know how the draft is going to shape out. And you might get pushed into a situation where you might have to reach for a player or potentially trade up in the draft. So I do like him. I like him a lot, actually.
I mean, and to highlight your point, remember the Bears were pretty sure they were going to get a running back in the second round, and then the trade happened that completely threw off that draft board, and then they pivoted to Kyle Monaghan. Now, it ended up working out for him, but had Ryan Poles not done his due diligence, he could have got caught with his pants down, and that's why Ryan Poles is very good about that. It's about giving himself a lot of different options. I feel like Poles goes into the draft very prepared for if a prospect comes off the board. All right, now we got our next target, and we can focus on what round that guy's going to fall in. So Ryan Poles never really seems like he panics in the draft, which is good. You don't want that to happen. And I like Jacas. I like the potential that he brings here. I know that a lot of Bears fans are going to be very disappointed if they don't go edge in the first round, but me, C-Dub, and Bobby told y'all, what was it, 2 weeks ago now? It's probably not going to happen. Like, don't be surprised if it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we'll see what happens there.
They gonna go however they gonna go, and we just gotta trust the process. They put together a hell of a draft class last year with all the people that was able to come in and produce, and I think that's what we need to be happy about. This team is about drafting and developing, and they now have the coaching staff to do so.
I got a football question for the both of you guys. Maybe y'all can peer into the mind of Dennis Allen a little bit of what type of player he likes. This guy's I think he's a humongous guy, 6'4". They got him listed at 275. Somebody got him listed at 260. Do you think Dennis Allen is looking for more like gargantuan guys like this, 6'4", 270, 280? Montez is pretty big as well. Or do he need a guy like a speed rusher in a line? What's my guy from the Green Bay Packers? Like a 240 guy, 6'2",
like a Michael,
like
a Michael Parsons. Not the talent, not the name.
I know what you mean. You mean skill set, not the talent level. Like, so Dennis Allen historically has like the big defensive lineman, but if we're listening to what they both communicated, Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen, it's a combination. They want speed and strength. And I think when you look at a lot of the guys that they've already worked out with their top 30 visits and pro days, you're looking at guys that are 260, 270 that still ran a 4.7 40 and 4.8 40, some shit like that. So it seems like that he's geared towards both. He wants his defense to be fast and strong on that defensive line. So I think you're going to see a combination of that. And I think you have the speed guy, because Austin Booker would be considered the speed guy, right? He's smaller on the smaller side. So I think they may be looking for a contrast of that, where a guy that's a little bit bigger, maybe not as fast, but still has speed for their size level. That's what I think is going on. What about you, Bobby?
I kind of feel like it's the same thing, because and it's kind of just piggybacking off the top 30 visits. Kayden McDonald doesn't necessarily fit what Dennis Allen typically wants in a defensive tackle. However, he's so damn good, you have to bring him in and talk to him. And I think this is one of those situations where you look at him and you say, hey, maybe there is a way that we can contrast, like Haize said, to what Austin Booker has done. He has been putting on weight, but he did come in a lot slimmer than what he was last season. We'll see how he continues to develop and grow out as a young man. So we'll see, man. I think that they want to just kind of mix it up and just be able to bring waves and waves of pass rushers. And I think that's what's necessary to stay fresh throughout the season.
Okay. Yeah, he got a good 40 time too.
He got a really good 40 time. I think, and even when you look at like the veterans that we brought in with Kentavious Street, Neville Gallimore, James Lynch, like those guys as well. Like it's a nice contrast. So, like, I think Dennis Allen is going to want to be able to basically kind of like a bullpen in baseball. He's going to want to be able to go in and pull out whatever skill set he feels like is going to be able to take advantage of whatever offensive line, the weakness of the offensive line in front of him. He wants that versatility there. And I think that's what we're trying, what it looks like, it seems like they're trying to build here in Chicago with their defense.
That's a good play, I like that bullpen play right there.
I agree with that, because it's a way that at least in my mind, the way I view these defensive coordinators, that they want to keep the guys as fresh as possible for the duration of the season. Like, I was interested in how the Seattle Seahawks pass rush was still so fresh throughout the entire season. And when they started off the season, a lot of their premier guys that were starting for them wasn't even playing over 75% of the snaps in any given game early on in the season. Obviously, as the season goes on, you increase that, but to keep those guys fresh and keep guys within the flow of the game, you're going to have them coming in and out.
Yeah. I mean, we see trends in football, right? Like injuries have always been a thing. Like, so now if you start seeing basically like the same way when you think about how in basketball that they try to, keep those guys' minutes down where they can, right? Like workload management. That's probably what you're going to try to see here, because we got ravaged by injuries all over. All three levels, we got hit with injuries. So I think now they're trying to get that together. So, we'll see what happens there. Anything left on the draft portion before we move into the next part? Y'all good?
Yeah,
Oh, that was awesome right there.
So I figured it'd be a fun conversation to have. So the Bears lost a number of starters of 6 starters I think we lost last season. And out of those guys, I want to ask you guys this. Which one do you think is going to hurt the Chicago Bears the most out of all the guys that have left this team from already in free agency? Which departure do you think is going to hurt the Bears the most?
I think this is obvious. I think everybody know where I'm going with this. I do not like the guy. He's a red flag for this year coming up. Drew Dalman's is going to hurt. No. If we don't get this fixed in this draft, this is my opinion. We need a young guy and let that guy develop and get better with Caleb. That's just me. That's what I want. I don't like Band-Aids. That's a waste of money for me. I don't like Band-Aids. I think Drew Dalman is going to be the one that we're going to miss that guy. He's a Pro Bowler. He kept Caleb upright. He was sacked way less, maybe double, triple than he was the year prior. And I give a lot of credit to the guy, Drew Dalman, who had a couple. Everybody's going to have a couple mishaps, but I think that's probably the obvious one, though. I probably should have picked somebody else.
I mean, listen, the obvious one sometimes is the right answer. So, don't overthink it. You don't overthink it.
It could be. We went back and forth. I ain't finna go back and forth with your ass.
Play with me.
But I'm going with Kevin Byard, man. As bad as the defense was, man, I think that veteran leadership on that back end was huge for the Chicago Bears defense. 61 total tackles and 7 interceptions last year. Man, he put on a show for the Chicago Bears for the most part. And I think that when you have a young team, you need somebody that's out there that's going to be able to bring the guys in together. They took a tough loss versus San Francisco 49ers, took a tough loss versus the Detroit Lions towards the end of the season. And I believe he was one of the more vocal guys to go out there and bring everybody in to where, hey, they was able to go and upset, and have that comeback win versus the Green Bay Packers. And then really the Bears defense they were at their best in the most important game. Didn't come out with the victory, but that was the best performance all season that we've seen from that defense. And I think the departure of Kevin Byard, it's gonna hurt. But I do have confidence in Kobe Bryant because they raving about him. Obviously, we need to see it on the football field, but I think he could potentially be one of those young dogs that we need in the locker room, especially coming in with some Super Bowl experience. And I think that he gonna be able to lead the show back there.
Yeah. The Kevin Byard one was kind of where my mind initially went to as well, because like Kevin Byard has been so good since he's come here to the Chicago Bears, like so consistent. Like that level of consistency is exactly what you need, right? I'm going to go different. I guess I'll go the other easy answer. I'll go DJ Moore here. And the reason why I say that is this. Not to say that DJ Moore was at parts phased out of the offense. It's the reality of it, right? But the thing that I think is going to miss the most, and the thing that I haven't seen from Rome or Luther Burton yet, is that DJ Moore could not get the ball thrown to him for 10 plays. That one play you're going to call on him, though, he's going to be ready. And there's something to be said about that, right? Like, like DJ Moore didn't need rhythm sometimes. Like he didn't need that. And while I think Luther Burton and Rome are going to be fine, I like bringing in Cleaver as well to come in here and be maybe that third receiver, see if they do something in the draft. But it's something about, I think, for this team trying to make a step. We became a playoff team last year. We're trying to make another step to go even further this year. Having that veteran guy who just no matter what is going to be ready. And I just don't know if they're going to be in a position to replace it. Now they can prove it early in the season, prove me wrong. They can step up. We know that both whole wide receiver room's talented with Colson Love and everybody's talented, but sometimes you just need a guy that just can go out there and make a crazy ass play. And that was DJ Moore and Caleb Williams last year. So I think that's going to be missed at times.
I think both of those are awesome. First with DJ Moore, I know we don't count. I like to count tight ends, especially they can catch the ball. And you said as much at the end of your statement, Drip. You talked about Colston a little bit. I think he could supplement what DJ did.
He should be
lost. He should be able to supplement that. And Kevin Byard, yeah. I was about to fuss about the Kevin Byard, but I just looked at the comparison. I was about to fuss.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was until I watched tape on Kobe Bryant that I was like, "Oh, we're good." Like,
yeah.
It literally took me to be like to watch tape on him, and I was like, Okay, all right. I see what we doing.
And he younger than
Yeah.
than the youth, and I was like, okay, you right on the money, nephew. Right on
for
the
sure. But I do agree with Haize what you said with DJ Moore, man. Some of those plays, the Cleveland plays, both Green Bay games, when he can go missing for games, go missing for some time. He was coming through with some big time catches, and like a lot of guys, they don't know how to answer the call, man. He made big plays for us, regardless on how we sometimes felt about the body language, sometimes how we felt about him potentially pouting, even though I think that was very little of that. But I think that is a big loss for the Chicago Bears locker room, but it's time for guys to grow the fuck up. Roma Dunze was cooking for 6 weeks. We need him to cook for a whole season. He did go through his injuries, you know what I'm saying? And there will be some games to where he go missing. But for the most part, when the pressure gets, when the pressure there, we need somebody to show up. But I do like the mentality of the young guys that they brought in, and Luther Burton and Colston Loveland, man. Those guys showed a lot. And Colston Loveland actually made history in the damn playoffs, too. So shout out to him.
Yeah, for sure. Which I guess is a great segue to the last topic of the day. We had a lot of rookies last year that make an impact for the Bears. Kyle Monangai, Colston Loveland, Luther Burton. These guys all stepped up and made considerable impacts last year for the Bears. I want to ask you guys, flip this one. And which second-year player do you think takes the biggest leap? Now, don't forget, there are also second-year players that didn't really play much. You got Shamar Turner, Ruben Hippolyte, Zay Frazier. You got other guys that we can also call on and say that they have an opportunity too. So you don't have to go with just guys that played last year, but which second-year player you think makes the biggest leap?
All right. There you go. It's about time. I've been waiting for this since the end of the season. Luther Burton. I'm going to say it right now. He's going to double all of his stats across the board this season. He had 47 receptions, 652 yards. Yes, I said double. 60. Well, that don't matter. 2 touchdowns. He'll get more than 4 touchdowns, but he's going to double that as well. He averaged 6.2 yards per catch. Luther Burton is a number 1 wide receiver. His yards after the catch in Missouri, he was an absolute showstopper. That last year at Missouri, please stop looking at the quarterback was trash to me. He couldn't get the ball to him, or the coach didn't design the plays. That wasn't Luther Burton. Luther Burton is going to be I think he's going to turn into the number 1 receiver next year. I think he is. So okay. I'm going with Luther Burton.
I ain't mad at it because that's my pick too. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm looking at my paper, bro.
That's my pick too. And it is not to count out guys like Zay Frazier or Shamar Turner, because I think that Shamar Turner honestly has a huge opportunity right in front of him with the loss of Dillon and the aging of Grady Jarrett. But I just think Luther has a different mentality, bro. Yes. It's just like, bro, it's a dude right now making his waves through social media, selling $400 custom-made action figures of Luther Burton choking out a Green Bay Packer. It's one of the greatest things I ever seen.
Say, Drill?
I may have to buy one, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro.
It's one of the greatest things I ever seen.
The next thing I'm adding to the walls, I'm gonna add a shelf, and I was gonna do the Funko Pops of like Benny the Bull and shit. It'll go perfect if I do that.
Oh, that's going up.
So I gotta go along with a lot of things that C-Dub said. I'm not ready to declare that he's gonna be the number 1, but I think that he's gonna be big time simply because the yards after the catch, bro. It's kind of like not Tyreek Hill, but it's Tyreek Hill-esque. He catch the ball, he turning upfield when he figuring out where he about to go, and he puts the foot in the ground, and he's able to make defenders look like they Dancing with the Stars because he going the other way. I think he in for a big season, bro, and he getting a full off season along with some of the other guys too. I'm excited for what Luther Burton could do this season, man.
Listen, Luther is a good pick, and even Ben Johnson recently talked about Luther Burton and the importance of Luther Burton and stuff like that. I'm gonna go a different route with it, and I'm about to say something that's gonna be crazy as fuck.
Let that shit rip.
So last season there are only 19 players that had over 1,000 receiving yards last year.
Okay,
only 19 players. Out of those, only 1 was a tight end. That was Trey McBride with the Arizona Cardinals. Okay. Colston Loveland is not only going to be the leader for tight ends and receiving yards, Colston Loveland is going to be top 10 in overall receiving yards next season in the NFL.
Ooh,
I ain't mad at that because I got him finna punch his ticket into top 5 as a tight end. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like it's just Colston Loveland, bro. And of course, this is all with health and stuff like that.
Yes.
But like because I've gone back and watched a lot of Colston Loveland tape and stuff, and the dude is such a good, like, I don't know why anybody didn't, like, maybe it's just his strength, like, didn't try to make him a wide receiver. The way he runs routes is better. He may be the best route runner on the team as a tight end.
Yeah, I give it to him.
So because of that, and because we just talked about replacing DJ, I think that Colston Loveland is the second most reliable as far as just consistent. Luther Burton's going to make big plays. Roman's going to make big plays. I think Colston Loveland is going to be the most consistent, though, and because of that, I think he's going to rack up a lot of yards. Ben Johnson's already talked about lining him up in the slot. He's going to be there in tight end at times. They even may put him on the outside sometimes. I'm telling you right now, Colston Loveland is going to have one of the best tight end seasons in the Bears uniform ever this upcoming year.
120% drip. And let me ask you a question. Let me make this statement. Tell me if I'm going overboard. His only weakness as a tight end is experience.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, he's smart. He understands how to read defenses. He understands how the thing that also that not all tight ends do, even receiving tight ends, is understand the change of pace in routes. Colston Loveland understands the change of pace. Like that, that's an athletic white boy, bro. That's all I can say.
That's it.
We were just talking about athletic white boys yesterday. All the damn Bulls players that was out. All the white boys out there shooting, dunking, alley-oop. Times have changed, man.
Bro, we had the 1960 Minneapolis Lakers out there,
bro.
But I agree with you, Drip, and this is one of the big one of the things I wanted to add on why I'm gonna agree with you is because not only is the skill set, the system calls for it. The system calls for it.
Yeah.
When the system calls for it, you get tight end type production out of guys like Brock Bowers, George Kittle, Trey McBride, et cetera, et cetera. And this guy's in a good system to where he can thrive. And he showed that he can come up in the clutch. He's not afraid of the moment. He has some bonehead stuff that he like to drop, couple drops. You know what I'm saying, in the playoffs.
For sure.
But those are learning experiences for him, and he should be a lot better.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go runner up, and this is with the thing of speed. Don't be surprised if Ruben Hippolyte reminds everybody who the fuck he is this year, bro.
I hope so, bro.
Think about it this way. Like I said, they talked a lot about speed, right? And we know, I'm not saying that he's going to play every snap. Like he may be used on specific snaps. But when you talk about already having Devin Bush, speed, right?
Yep.
And if you talk about, if you do go out there and get your other edge, and then you line up, because you know Dennis Allen sometimes like to put a cornerback in there as the third linebacker. He likes to put speed out there. He even drop a lineman back. If Ruben Hippolyte's speed, which we heard could be game-changing, is all of that, and he can stay healthy that year, imagine stacking a side of the field, which you have an edge. If you go out and get one of these edges in the draft that's going to be able to actually, do what they need to do, imagine even putting him on the side of Montez or the side of the other edge, and now you not only have to worry about guarding that motherfucker, you can't double-team Montez Sweat, you got a solid edge, and you got this motherfucker Ruben Hippolyte with his big-ass head coming around with that speed. Bro, Ruben Hippolyte's head is shaped like a watermelon, bro. It's literally the size of a watermelon, with no neck. Like, bro, like what? I told y'all to watch some motherfuckers with no necks, bro.
Hey, it be like that sometimes,
bro.
But I do got a question.
Go ahead, nephew. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so dude, like, how y'all feeling about Noah Sewell? Kind of went missing, kind of reappeared, but now coming off of Achilles, is it kind of?
I think it's done for Noah Sewell. Like, I mean, I don't want to count him out yet, of course, because we've seen people bounce back. But if the Bears also draft a linebacker anywhere in this draft, to me that signifies it's done for bro.
You know what? I agree with Drip, but I think we kind of counted. Either we counted Noah Sewell out last year, or we just forgot about him last year.
No, he forgot how to play football. He started off the season good as fuck. And we didn't forget about him. The nigga forgot how to play football, bro. Like, we started off last season like, damn, Dennis Allen got Noah Sewell playing some football, bro.
Right. Yeah,
and then,
that's what
and then it was like, as soon as everybody started like, damn, Noah Sewell was actually having a quite good season. Noah said, you know what? I've been hanging out with Patrick Williams anyway. I'm going to go ahead.
You should never hang with Patrick Williams, ever.
You don't want
that fucking move, that shit on you. You don't want to get that on you.
For real.
Bruh.
But I had a second. Can I get a runner-up? And this going to come out of nowhere. Jade Walker. Let's not forget about Jade Walker. He made one of the biggest catches of last season in the entire NFL. Whenever you ask him to come up and play and make plays, that's all he does. I think this is his opportunity to break through, and I like him as the third receiver. I don't care who we picked up. Jade Walker, he's a big-time player because you just call him. He on a practice team, call him up. He'll get big-time catches.
Bro, Jade Walker look like he be in the middle of rolling up, and they be like, hey, Jade, we need you to do bet. All right, hold on.
Bro,
if he ready to go, on the real though. I ain't mad at that runner-up though from Jade Walker, man. And DJ Moore was like, "Here go your opportunity, go cook." So
6'3", 206. We like,
bro. The crazy thing is, I don't even think. Well, it's probably the screen, but I didn't even think he was 6'3". It's crazy.
oh, bro, I didn't think he was that tall either to looking, man. And I think with the thing with Jade Walker too is like we didn't really use. He played in 9 games. He only got 10 targets over the course of the season, but he caught 6 passes off 10 targets and 2 touchdowns.
big time catches.
Give him some opportunity.
Big time catches, bro.
I think he'll fit well where Zacchaeus
He's tough
was
to
at.
guard, bro. He got good hands, size. He got a little speed to him. Like he tough.
It's gonna be fun, man.
Yep.
We got a long way to go though.
Hey, we both gave a runner up. You want to give a runner up, Bob, before we get up out of here?
Shit. Number 2. Nah, I ain't got no.
Okay.
I'm gonna just
All right,
rock
cool.
with y'all. Y'all pick good ones. I'm gonna rock with y'all.
Well, if there's nothing else, man, we'd appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We getting back regular around here, man. The NFL draft is the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, right?
23rd.
Something like that. So
3
basically
weeks from
exactly
today.
2 weeks until the draft, or 3 weeks until the draft. That's yeah, I can't count, bitch. Count. Bro, I couldn't say what is it? Legless. I still can't say it. Legislation. See, I can't say the word, bro. I was like, I can't say that.
Legislation.
Legislation. Yeah, bro. I couldn't say that shit. I was like,
Ain't this the fucking turn of events,
bro? My brain is literally like, nigga, I've been saying this word my whole entire life. Why can't I say the fucking word? But we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure you guys are following us at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, 773-242-9336. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Love you guys. Chi-town up, bear down, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.